What I'm going to walk through is what you could potentially do after someone signs up for your free account from an email perspective. A company that I feel has done this quite well after signing up for numerous products online and seeing the emails coming through is FreshBooks. So on the left here, I have their subject line, welcome to FreshBooks. There's a little wave icon, exclamation mark, let's get you started. Okay, so one of the key things here is having the brand name so that people can search for it. So they may have lost the email, they want to be able to search for it, they want to be able to hit Control F if they're on a Windows device to be able to locate that brand name. Now, the other thing is that if your software integrates with another major piece of software, like perhaps Amazon, QuickBooks, something like that, you probably want to put that brand name somewhere. If not in the subject line, at least in the text that they see immediately below the subject line. Okay, so if we take a look at the email itself, hi Dekker, welcome to FreshBooks. All right, there's some personalization there. I don't really care because this kind of personalization, people know that it's fake, that it's not a person writing a one-on-one email. But it may help with deliverability, which is something you need to be concerned with if you're using something like MailChimp, is your automated emails may not actually be received. So make sure you're checking deliverability rates. I'm Alex from the support team, and I want to let you know in a few of the best ways to get up and running on the platform. Now, the main thing that I like about this email is that it's the jobs to be done. It is the key use cases, the key actions that people can take. Send an invoice, use online payments, file expenses, create a quote. These are the key things people want to do. So you're basically creating a choose your own adventure. Oh, I just signed up for FreshBooks. What's the first thing I want to do? Do I want to send an invoice? Do I want to create a quote? Like, these are actionable things that they can click. And then when they click it, they're brought directly into the software to do that action. So if somebody signs up for free trial, there's probably been some trigger event where they have a need, right? It may be, oh, shoot, I have a client now. I need to create a quote, or they need a formal quote. I'm going to sign up for FreshBooks. Get them to do that. Get them to that aha moment. Get them to that short time to value where they see, okay, this product actually delivers what I want it to do. Now, there's some thinking out there that with emails, you should only have one call to action. I see the advantage there that you're pushing people to take an action. They don't have to think too much, but I disagree with it a lot of the time because I think it's kind of a hubris assumption to think you know what somebody wants to do. I think it's better to give them options so that you're, instead of just guessing as to what they want to do. Now, if you have tons of data that says 95% of people that sign up for free trial, this is the one thing they want to do, or you have a product that only does one thing, then sure, one single call to action. But for more medium to highly sophisticated software, you're going to want multiple options. And there are other products that do this. For example, Keep uses this in their emails where they give people like 4 or 5 options to show what they're interested in. Okay, so they also have this tutorial video. A lot of people are not going to bother clicking the video, but it's great for those that are more procedural in how they approach things and less intuitive. They'll want to walk through that. And if you need a bit of help, just reply to this email. Okay, this is great. So you can actually reply to Alex here, which is awesome. If you have any questions, there's no need to like go to the contact page, submit a ticket on the support form. And there's multiple options here. You can reply, or you can click here, which I assume goes to like a submission form, or you can watch the webinar. So we're giving options to people, and we know from marketing psychology that people are more likely to do something or to take ownership of an action if they've been given options and they feel like they have agency. Whereas when you push people and you say, this is what you need to do, often they push back and say no. They just say no. Instead of saying option A, B, or C, they just say no options at all. Maybe this is a few too many options, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think having like 6, 7 options is great, especially at this stage, because at this stage, you probably do not have a lot of data on what the users want or what they're doing. So providing options can kind of lead them in the direction that they want to go. Now, later on, I'm going to talk about more advanced ways to nurture people after they sign up. But this is one of the most fundamental, basic ways to get started. And a big problem that I see with emails and automation and email nurturing is people become overwhelmed and they think, oh, okay, we need a lead scoring system. We need automated emails putting people through this funnel and this funnel and this funnel and segmentations based on personas. And what ends up happening is it just never gets done because you're putting too much work up front for something that is just way too advanced. It's better just to start simple with something like an effective welcome email. And the welcome email is very important because it is an email that people are highly likely to open and take action on because it's so closely tied to whatever the trigger event was that got them to sign up for your free trial, your freemium offering, your free account. Another thing that I think they're doing here, and a lot of companies are doing, is creating likability with icons like this. And some companies even put them in the emails, like smiley faces, etc. Likability, we know from marketing psychology, is a persuasive method. Another thing is it's pretty simple. Not a whole lot of images. I wouldn't mind seeing a picture of Alex to make it more personable, so that people are more likely to respond. Too much imagery and you're probably going to get flagged as spam, even if people opted in. You got some branding, which is nice. A decent design. It's nothing super flashy, but overall pretty effective, I would say, from FreshBooks. I think it's a good template to follow. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, so Toggl Track. Now, when you sign up for Toggl, which is this time tracking software, you get 2 emails simultaneously. So technically this isn't the welcome email, but I'm highlighting it because I think they do a good job of something that a lot of companies don't. But it's sent at effectively the same time as the welcome email. At least that happened to me. Now maybe there was an event that triggered that. That won't happen for you, but I think it's a good example. Regardless, okay, so we got some nice branding, not a giant photo or anything like that. Hi, name. When you log into Toggl Track, you can't miss the big pink start button. It's the perfect way to track what you're doing right now. Okay, so basically what they're trying to do is somebody just signed up for the product. Let's just get them doing the basic thing, which is time tracking. They're highlighting where it is in the UI. Okay, that's awesome because there's lots of free trials I've signed up for, and I go into the product and I'm overwhelmed. There are too many options. I don't even know where to start. So they're showing you where to start with these little arrows. And they also do a good job in the interface, kind of with the little, what do I want to say, kind of like a handwritten note with a little handwritten arrow that shows you, oh, this is where you hit the start button, and here is where you type in your project name. So the UI experience for onboarding is incredibly important, but we're focusing here on the emails. And they're just showing you, okay, manual mode, how to add time. So for example, if you forgot that you worked an hour yesterday and you want to add it now, they show you how to do that. And they're also pushing you to download the mobile app or the desktop app, or just continue using it on the cloud through the web. So pretty cool, just sticking to the basic actions that you want people to take after they sign up. So this is their actual welcome email. Thanks for signing up. We made Toggl Track has helped us solve a problem. Where the heck is our time going? Okay. Personally, I don't really like this. I think it's a lot of fluff. Maybe that's just me. I like very direct, succinct types of terminology. If your brand is more friendly and personable, then okay, that makes sense. I don't know why they have a period there, but they're using some social proof here. So joining 400,000 daily users. Okay, so this might address if people are considering, do I use another clocking software or do I use Toggl Track? Oh, well, 400,000 people are using Toggl. Okay, maybe I'll continue using it. A mistake that I think companies make with emails after people sign up is they assume a much higher degree of awareness and brand affinity than is true. So when somebody signs up for your trial, they are not ready to buy it a lot of the time. And they're actually considering competitors, and they may not even remember that they signed up for your product. So doing things that continues to sell your product and why you're the best I think is a very good approach. Now, whether that belongs in the welcome email up front, I question it. I think maybe perhaps further down after they've seen some of the value. But who knows? Maybe they have some data-driven evidence to support this approach. Let's get you started. So they're really trying to push you to download these plugins, applications, and stuff. I think what they're trying to do is like lock you in so that you're captive. Like if Toggl Track is everywhere, it's on your desktop, it's on your phone, they can send you push notifications. Perhaps the application starts when you restart your computer, so you're more likely to re-engage in it. So a lot of their data probably show that people who are installed on through the entire ecosystem are more likely to have high retention and are going to reach that aha moment. That's just a guess from what I'm seeing. Record your first time in one simple click. Okay, so they're going to show you like a how-to article on how to use the software. It's basically a tutorial. If you're evaluating Toggl Track for your team, you can try our premium features free for 30 days. Okay. I think they're asking for a lot up front here, rather than just focusing on the features of the product, I would say, but that's just my personal opinion. It's signed off from the CEO, kind of personable, which is cute. Okay, I signed up for Canva. Canva, amazing product. I wish I could buy stock in Canva. I think it's phenomenal. Probably my single favorite product of the last 5 years. It's amazing. The price, I mean, the freemium account alone is tremendously valuable. I almost want to pay for their pro account just to show that I support this company. But one thing I would question is this confirmation email. Now, maybe this is legal protection. Maybe their counsel has advised they do this, but there has been a case study from the author of Product-Led Growth where he talks about a case where a company eliminated the confirmation emails and they saw an exponential growth in the user base for their product, because this is kind of from the user's perspective, this is a redundant, pointless step. It's kind of like asking for your password twice or asking to put in your email twice. Does anybody enjoy doing that? No, it kind of slows down the product-led growth experience. Here's a company that I think does a decent job. So AMZ Scout is helping Amazon sellers. They have basically 3 calls to action in the body text. Profitable products report. So we know that in the Amazon seller space, one of the highest priorities for them is identifying new products to add to the portfolio. It's a very strategic question. So this is showing you how to find profitable products. Hype products list, so what products are trending, and under $1 products. So pushing people into these actions to get engaged, I think it's awesome. And also there's a call to action at the bottom for Ad Pro extension. It can never hurt in your emails to have a hard call to action or hard offer at the bottom, whether that's upgrade now, buy now. In some cases, it might just be request a demo. So if you have like a freemium account, but to push people to advanced or pro account, it's a demo request. You can always have that at the bottom. It's not too aggressive if it's not upfront. So there's no reason not to have it. Okay, so again, we're just kind of walking through the basic approach to email nurturing, and later we'll talk about the more advanced approach, which few companies get around to doing effectively. And one of the basic templates that we have comes from incharge.io, and this is a typical flow for a 14-day email nurturing for a trial. So they're recommending day 1 is a welcome email. So we went through some examples of welcome emails focusing on case studies, focusing on features, but you can also move into case studies and other emails. I also think that these can be combined. You can talk about your welcome features, and then at the bottom of the email, you can have a case study to kind of reinforce the decision to work with this particular product.